First day of camp, Coach, you're able to send the guys out here, get everything ready to go. What did you want to see from this team day one?
Really just taking the practice field, making sure we set the standard on how we practice, how we move about the practice field, making the most efficient use of our time. Obviously, there's several new guys here between incoming freshmen and some of the transfers. So first time on the field for a lot of guys, but just making sure everybody knows what to expect throughout the course of a 2-hour practice, which they did a really good job of. It's always tough because you're a competitor, and the first couple of days you're able to practice only in helmets. So, obviously in a contact sport, when you're only allowed helmets, that's always tough, especially for the defensive guys. But a good first day that way, a lot of good film to watch and get cleaned up, and just excited to get practice number 1 in the books.
From spring to now, there's a lot of time for growth. How did you see the offseason work from guys pay off today?
Yeah, let me tell you something. Coach Dan Winger and our strength and conditioning staff did an unbelievable job. The numbers that were shared last night in our first team meeting about the increases in the 3, obviously, lifts and some of the speed, our guys did a great job this summer of getting bigger, of getting stronger, and at the same time getting faster. So, and it was good to see a lot of these guys. I've seen them around here in the facility with T-shirt on and shorts, getting workouts in the weight room and doing some of the runs. But first time seeing some of the guys with actual football pants on. I'm like, man, I had no idea that he was that thick, whatever it may be. So it's good to see the guys that invested and grinded in the weight room over the course of the last 7 months get out here on the practice field and see their hard work pay off.
When you put everything to perspective, first 2 hours of training camp on the field, how would you assess what this group did today to get it done?
A lot of excitement for me, man. I think our staff did a great job in the recruiting process, knowing what the dynamics are these days with college athletics and with the transfer portal. And obviously the transfer portal taketh, but it also giveth. And I think, for us to be able to see our whole team assembled together for the first time on the practice field, very excited about what I see.
Coach Knowles, your first training camp here in Muncie. You've been here for a couple of months now to get acclimated to what Ball State football is. From day one to now, how were you able to get yourself acclimated and ready to go as a defensive coordinator?
Well, I'll tell you what, we've been getting after it with our staff. We, all the new guys, I'm sure Coach New talked about it. I think we got over 40 new guys on the roster. So that was the biggest thing, is figuring out who we were going to come to camp with. And, it was some work. Our staff did a great job. Guys were recruiting their butts off. So it's good to finally get everybody here and get started. And now we're trying to just establish our identity. And, day one, our focus has been on takeaways, tackling, and effort. And that's really, day one, no pads. That's what we're going to focus on and really try to keep that the focus all through camp.
How did you see that focus on display here day one?
It was good. Guys had good effort. They were excited to finally get out here. There's a lot of juice because everybody's been gone for Coach has been just getting back into the offices. We're getting back around the guys. It was great to see them after having a little break from them. So everybody's excited to be back, and we're looking forward to get going. And, so far, I love the excitement that we got here, and I think our kids got high expectations.
You mentioned 40-plus new players all across the board, Coach. How do you get those guys acclimated and meshed with the players that do have some experience with Ball State football?
Well, first thing is we got to be great teachers, so we got to teach the fundamentals, and at the end of the day, it's football. So even though they're new, they've been playing football. A lot of them have played some college football already. So we got to get them here and get them in our system, get them knowing what we're doing, what we're looking for, the way we do things. There's always little small differences, but now we're getting those little kinks worked out, and guys are getting in line. Our veteran players, Keontae Newsom, Stemler, just some of those guys are doing a great job of setting the standard immediately right off the bat. New guys are getting in line quick, so that's been good so far.
Welcome to Ball State, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Excited.